In the shifting sands of history, where empires rise and fall like the dunes themselves, stories are born that echo through the ages. Few figures have shaped the world like Osman Gazi, the legendary founder of the Ottoman dynasty. He began as a humble tribal leader on the edge of a fading empire, surrounded by uncertainty and the constant threat of conflict. Yet his vision, bold and unwavering, would ignite the rise of the Ottoman Empire and change the course of history forever. Osman's story is not just about conquest or the clash of swords, but about a dream that inspired generations. A vision that would be passed down from father to son, shaping the destiny of millions. Legend tells of a fateful night at Sheikh Edebali's humble home, where wisdom and faith mingled in the flickering candlelight. There Osman dreamt of a radiant moon rising from the sheikh's chest and entering his own, filling him with light and purpose. In his dream a mighty tree sprang forth from him, its branches stretching wide to shelter the world, its roots deep in the Anatolian soil. Sheikh Edebali interpreted this as a divine sign. Osman and his descendants were destined to rule, to bring unity and justice to the land. Whether myth or truth, this dream became the foundation of Osman's legacy, a vision that transformed a small tribe into a global power and inspired hope in the hearts of his people. Osman's leadership was rooted in faith and ambition, guided by a sense of destiny and a belief in something greater than himself. He united his people with a sense of purpose, forging bonds of loyalty and trust that would endure through generations. He gave them more than land or riches. He offered them a future, a shared mission that would echo through the centuries. Through his vision and determination, Osman gave his followers a mission that would endure for centuries, shaping the fate of an empire. His life shows us that empires are built on ideas as much as on swords, and that dreams can be the strongest foundation of all. Osman's dream was the spark that set history ablaze, lighting the way for generations to come. To understand Osman, we must look to his origins. Born around 1258 in Sogut, on the Byzantine frontier, Osman was shaped by a world of conflict and opportunity. Son of Ertuğrul Gazi, leader of the Kayı tribe, Osman inherited a legacy of independence, horsemanship, and faith. He earned the title Ghazi, warrior for Islam, through his campaigns, uniting Turkish tribes and others under a common cause. Osman's blend of tribal loyalty and religious zeal laid the groundwork for a new state. Osman grew up amid the decline of the Byzantine and Seljuk empires. The region was fractured, with local chieftains carving out their own territories. Life was harsh and mobile. Osman learned horsemanship, archery, and the art of survival. The Kayı tribe moved with the seasons, living in yurts and defending their land. Osman participated in raids and frontier warfare from a young age, honing his leadership. He saw opportunity in chaos, learning when to fight and when to forge alliances. Leadership was earned through bravery and wisdom, not inherited by birthright. This crucible of frontier life forged Osman into the founder of an empire. Leadership came to Osman after his father's death, but it was not guaranteed. At just 23, he led the Kayı tribe from Sogut, launching strategic raids into Byzantine lands. These gazas brought wealth and followers, building his reputation as a Ghazi. Osman was more than a warrior, he was a statesman, forging alliances with Turkish tribes and even some Byzantine lords. His marriage to Sheikh Edebali's daughter gave him spiritual legitimacy and wider support. Osman began to establish governance, appointing commanders and administering justice. He transformed his warriors into the core of a disciplined army and a functioning state. Unlike other beys, Osman dreamed of founding a lasting empire. Osman's strategy was one of patient, deliberate expansion. He focused on capturing strategic forts, blockading key cities, and slowly isolating the remaining Byzantine strongholds. Rather than seeking quick victories, Osman understood the value of persistence and careful planning. His forces would surround enemy cities, cut off their supplies, and wait for the right moment to strike, gradually tightening their grip on the region. The pivotal victory at the Battle of Beyfius in 1302 was a turning point. This hard-fought battle not only marked Osman's rise as a regional power, but also sent shockwaves through the Byzantine world, signaling that a new force was emerging on their borders. News of Osman's triumph spread quickly, attracting new recruits from across Anatolia. Even some Byzantines, impressed by his leadership and the promise of reward, chose to join his ranks, swelling the size and strength of his growing army. With this momentum, Osman's forces captured key towns like Yenisehir. This town became more than just a conquest. It was established as a vital base for further campaigns, a center for administration, and a symbol of the new order taking shape. The ultimate prize, however, was Bursa, a wealthy, bustling city protected by formidable stone walls. Its capture would mean not only riches, but also legitimacy, and a permanent seat of power for Osman's state. Osman laid siege to Bursa, building wooden forts and encampments to cut the city off from the outside world. This campaign showcased the transformation of his followers from mere raiders into a disciplined, organized military force capable of sustained warfare. The siege dragged on for years, testing the endurance, organization, and resolve of both the besiegers and the defenders. It was a battle of wills as much as of weapons, demanding patience and unity from Osman's followers. As Osman's health declined with age, he made a fateful decision. He entrusted the final conquest of Bursa to his son Orhan, passing on not just command, but the dream of a lasting state. Though Osman would not live to see Bursa fall, his vision and leadership had set the stage for its capture, ensuring that his legacy would endure beyond his lifetime. Through determination, strategy, and unity, Osman had transformed a small tribal band into a rising state, one that would soon shape the destiny of an entire region. The Ottoman state emerged gradually from the shifting sands of Anatolia, with Osman asserting full independence around 1299, after years of careful maneuvering and growing influence among the frontier tribes. As the Seljuks faded into history, Osman took bold steps to legitimize his rule. He minted coins and had Friday prayers read in his name, powerful symbols of sovereignty and independence. By naming his followers Ottomans, Osman forged a new identity that united diverse peoples from Turkish warriors to local villagers under a single banner and purpose. The Gazi ideology, rooted in the spirit of holy war and expansion, and the innovative Taimar land grant system, which rewarded loyalty with land and status, helped build a powerful military aristocracy. On his deathbed, Osman gathered his closest companions and urged his son Orhan to continue the siege of Bursa, instructing him to bury him there as a symbol of their destiny. In 1326, after a long and determined campaign, Bursa finally fell to the Ottomans. The city became both the new Ottoman capital and Osman's final resting place. This pivotal victory marked the transformation of the Ottomans from a small nomadic principality into a formidable regional power, setting the stage for future conquests. Osman's institutions, vision, and legacy ensured that the state he founded would not only survive but thrive long after his passing. The empire he dreamed of was now within reach, and the seeds he planted would grow into one of history's greatest empires. Osman Gazi's legacy endures because he was the architect of a beginning. From his small beylik, the Ottoman Empire would grow to span continents and centuries. His institutions, the Gazi spirit, the Taimar system, and the inclusive Ottoman identity, became the pillars of imperial success. Later sultans built on his foundation, but the spirit of pragmatic leadership and faith was Osman's gift. He is remembered as a just, pious, and visionary leader, inspiring generations. Today, Osman is a symbol of courage and unity, his story retold in Turkish culture and beyond. The echo of Osman is the echo of a dream fulfilled, a single vision that changed the world.